Ladies and gentlemen, introducing New Year's resolution. In this corner, we have a lack of sleep. And in this corner, we have buy a damn fool. Enjoy. Okay. So first things first, where is it? Spin, copy, duplicate frames, and here we want and there. Here we want to do the same thing. It's like a little maze. And then we switch to yellow. Just to show you which button you're supposed to press. At any given moment. So then let's see. Instead of OMG Battle Player Sprite Index. Okay, in that case, is it just as simple as removing this? X equal no. SPR underscore spin and then is that how you spell frame? I don't think that's how you spell frame. Oh, that's how you. Let's see. Get target frame time. I want it to advance frame by 1. Current frame, rollback current frame. What does this do? Let's see, okay, let's see what this exactly does, cause yeah, I was afraid of that. How do I get the sprite animation? Image do I go in here and then... I'm trying to fix this a bit before we start our next thing. Let's see. Right. Set speed. Set speed. Zero? So am I supposed to set the sprite here, set its speed here, and then constant sprite speed is 0. Okay. SPR underscore spin. Is that how that works? Then speed real, and then does that work? Well, let's pause it now. This is OBG Action Light. Dang it. One moment. This is the wrong box. And yet, Control X, this is action test. I can move these around. Paste that there. Okay. Are you going to stream for 1.5 minutes again? Lol. Yeah. Love you. Have a nice rest. I just need damage there. Is that my normal damage? Yeah, that looks like my normal damage. But why? Why is that? I need to figure out how to, one moment, draw. Hmm. Draw high score? No. I do not know how to do that. In that case, I'll get rid of that. Swing damage. Yeah, you look at that, you look at its data and you take its damage statistic. Here we should just be taking the swing damage that I have. Just pressing A and D. And now I'm just gonna let it finish. That did base damage. I really wish. X, and then just paste that there. Swing goes 0, 1, 2, 3, just for, wait, what? S, D, W, A, yeah, okay. Oh well. Time to do
Add a variable
this.
for the level. It's
Oh, wait, what?
a working RPG with either real-time combat or turn-based combat. Regardless of which path you chose, we are now gonna add leveling up in the game. So as you defeat enemies, you gain XP, and when you level up, your maximum health and damage go up. We are also gonna add a second enemy type that is harder to defeat on lower levels, but as you level up, it gets easier to defeat it. So let's open our project and get started. The first thing we're gonna do is give the player the ability to gain XP and levels. So for that, let's open the obj player object and then go to the create event over here. I'm gonna add a variable for the level. It starts at 1, then the XP which starts at 0, and then a variable for how much XP you require to go to the next level. The way this is gonna work is this. When you get to this much XP, which is 100 for now, this value will be subtracted from the XP. For example, say you defeated an enemy and ended up with 120 XP, 100 will be subtracted from your XP, so you are left with 20, and your level will go up to 2. Then we're also gonna increase the XP requirement, so on the next level, it takes you 140 XP to level up, and the requirement is gonna increase every level.
One moment. Can't I just do that by putting in... So then at level 1 it would be 100, at level 2 it would be 200. Does that work?
Let's add a function that's used to add XP to the player. It takes one parameter, which is how much XP.
Well, that works now. Nice. I should put this at like 100 again. So it's not too powerful. I say that, but I think I'll have to also make it take that and there. Now it can only be used. Oh. If I have max charge built up. And it's basically an insta-kill. Let's have it, let's make a new object, and we'll name it obj enemy test. Oh, what? Variable HP. Just set HP to 30. Have its sprite be NPC. And that I still haven't placed it down. Okay. Rooms. Room 1. And then let's also variables, move speed, let's just have that be 0. So that way it won't move no matter what, and we actually have to one moment. Set its damage to 0. And one moment. Oh. Cancel that. That way I should be facing the right direction. Yeah, okay. Okay, so yeah, if and that way it won't just increase it once every frame. Yeah, it did no damage. Okay. Now to test and see if did I mess that up or did I think I may have misinputted at the very end. Let me just no. Oh. I need to There we are. Case professional. Unlike the keyboard. Got it. That didn't do any damage still. Wait a minute. Instant kill again. Do I need... So wait. The reason this sets it to 0 is because it checks every frame to see if all of these are pressed and if they're in the correct swing state, meaning that I'd have to tap them every frame, tap 4 times per frame. I'm sure someone can do that, but I cannot. Otherwise, it sets the swing damage to 0. But if I just do it, if an if statement here, is there... Doesn't tell me what that does. And it isn't like these. That does infinite damage. So what if I put and then if here? Okay, that was not infinite damage. Now let's... Yeah! Big damage. What? Oh. Right. I have it so that whenever I stun them, it sets their speed to 1. So he'd gain speed again. Oh. That's not good. Roll. What? Okay. One moment. Let's see. Would that just work? It takes... Alarm 1. Oh. X V, I guess. Yeah. In that case, need to make sure. So what exactly is going wrong here? Alright. Wait, didn't I... Alright, in that case, guess I'll get rid of that. And then instead put in a new variable called base underscore speed. Set it to 1 as well. Let's see, what does that do? Well, he's gone. Oh. It's not speed, it's move speed. Okay. Okay. In that case, what I had before was perfectly acceptable. Control V base speed equals move speed. And then get rid of that. Now that I have it there. That guy's still frozen. And that guy is not frozen. Yeah. Nice. One moment. Okay. It does a decent amount of damage. I feel like that would kill pretty much anything except for the test enemy. Yeah. Yeah, that's like maybe quadruple damage. Let's see. Control C to all that. Control V it. When his HP reaches 0, it'll just reset to 30. Let's see. Darn. Yeah. It kicks me out of the fight, but he's still there and his health resets. That's exactly what I wanted.
Then we subtract the
Oh yeah, let's see. Right here, that's where I was.
XP requirement
XP require.
from the XP, like I said before, and then we increase the XP requirements by multiplying it with 1.4. That increases it by 40%. Now,
Rather than it increasing by 100, like I have it. Okay. Mine is linear growth, and his is exponential growth. I don't exactly know which one would be better, but for right now, I'll just stick with his model. Alright. XP require times times 1.4.
now that the level is up, we're gonna set the stats of the player. First of all, I'll increase the total health by 5.
HP total plus equals 5.
Then I'll set the health to the total health.
HP equals HP total
Health to heal the player.
to heal player.
Yeah, fully. And then I'll increase the damage by 0.8. So it's up to you how much you want the.
Okay.
Stats to go up, and these are just the values that I'm gonna go with.
So technically, my times level would have worked. I'm pretty sure I did it wrong because I didn't have this equal symbol, but these are just the defaults that I'm probably going to work with.
Now we want to draw bars on the screen for the health and the level. For that, we'll use the SPR box sprite we have here that has 9
we go into the Create Assets window and font. Yes.
I'll select a font I want to use.
Select fonts. Hmm. Okay. That reminds me of Comic Sans or Papyrus, but I don't know why. Oh, there's Comic Sans. Okay.
And set the site.
Let's see, what does he go with? I don't have that one. Okay, must not be in this version because I'm pretty sure we're in different versions. So what about this? Does that look good? Yeah, I think that's readable. Now then we shorten this a bit.
Nice. Now to draw the bars, let's go into OBJ player.
Okay. And OBJ player. What? Why did he click on over here when we should already have it up?
Events, I'm gonna add an event under draw. It'll be the draw GUI event. This
Alright.
event is used for drawing something directly on the screen instead of inside the room. And this is gonna use the size of the game window instead of the size of the camera. So anything you draw here will be one-to-one to the screen pixels on your monitor. Let's make some local variables here. We have the X position where the bar will be drawn. Then
dx equals 16.
and the Y position.
Ah, the X and Y position. Got it. I'm just not going to acknowledge that because I don't know what happened. But it looked like I erased something. I don't even know what they're called. Semicolons?
Then the width of the bar, and then the height of
And there. 2, 5, 6.
of the bar.
Alright. No. Width again.
I'm gonna set some text properties next. We are using the font.
And that would be 32. There. And then draw set font, and then I'm guessing it's font 1.
Font we just made. Then we are setting the horizontal alignment of the text to center and the word.
And then draw set that, and then FA/center.
Vertical alignment to middle.
And then draw underscore set V align to FA middle. There.
Next, let's figure out the width of the health bar. This will be the bar width multiplied with the HP.
Underscore bar width times
B divided by the HP.
HP total.
Let's draw the base of the bar now. This will use draw sprite stress and draw SPR.
Draw underscores right underscore stretched.
Our box with its first frame. We'll use the X.
Slash dx comma and then underscore, those aren't slashes, dy, and then we're still not done. Get over here.
Y, width and height that we created before. Then let's use a different function that lets us color the bar.
One moment. Give me a second. I need bar W. And then finally RH. And then I can put a semicolon and done. Goodness. And then draw right. EXT, I guess.
For the inside of the health bar, this will draw
Spread books.
for the second frame of
There. One.
SPR box. The X and Y will be the same, but the width will be the one we calculated for the health bar. Then the height will be the same, and we'll set
The color to red. Okay. It's how much blood you have to bleed. Oh wait, no, not just comma. Then you have health bar bar W, and that, yeah, the color is C underscore red, and apparently it's 20.
The color to red and the opacity to 0.6.
And the opacity to 0.6.
That should draw the health bar. So now let's draw the text on it. We'll use draw text and draw at the center of the bar by adding half the width to the X and half.
Okay. Draw slash text dx plus r slash 2 dy
half the height to the Y.
equals bar
The text I'm drawing
divided by 2.
simply says HP.
Well, that's interesting. You want it in capital letters. It doesn't need to
Now for
be,
the
but
XP bar, let's figure out the width for it. This will be the bar width multiplied with the current XP divided by the total XP we need to level up. So the bar will be larger.
first off, let me just XP XP divided by XP required
The more XP you have. Then let's move the Y position down by the bar height plus 8. To give it some margin. We're gonna draw the base of the new bar. So let's call draw sprite stress with the same values as before. Then let's draw the second frame with the color version of the function. For the bar width, this is gonna use the new width. That we just calculated. The color will be blue. And the opacity 0.6. Then let's draw the text over this. It will be drawn again at the center of the bar. The text this time will be a special string that begins with the dollar sign. This means the string can contain variables. It's gonna say level and then contain the level variable of the player. So it shows the current level there. And finally, set the properties. We set, which are the alignments. I'll set them to their default value.
left
Use which is left for horizontal and
Hmm. Oh, that's an H, not an N.
You can now run the game and see the
Yeah. And it even lowers. Unfortunately, none of the enemies give me experience. So I'm guessing our next step would be to go over to enemy parent and create some sort of variable that's like edit object player data and give it more experience.
health and the level appear in the top left corner. If you lose health, it will be reflected in its bar.
Mm-hmm.
We can't gain XP in the game yet, so let's work on that. We're gonna make enemies give us XP when we defeat them. So for that, let's go into obj enemy parent. In the variables over here, I'm gonna make a new one called XP underscore value and set it to 30. This is how much XP the enemy gives us, and you can change it for different enemy objects. Now this part applies if
30. And then I need to go over to OPG battle enemy. No, not OPG battle enemy. OPG enemy test. Edit this to make it 0. There. That way you can't farm the tutorial guy for experience.
follow the real-time combat video, I'll show the one for turn-based. We'll go into the alarm 1 event of this object. This is where we check if its HP is at 0, meaning the enemy is defeated. So under the same condition, we're gonna give XP to
Alarm 0. This one.
the player. I'll call the add XP function from the
Wait. Alarm 1.
player instance.
Okay.
Give it the XP value of the enemy. Now let me show you what to do if you follow the turn-based combat video.
This is the one we did.
Enemy step event, and under the condition,
Honestly, I want to increase this to a bit more.
where we check the HP, do the same thing.
Battle manager? Is that where we're supposed to go? Let's see. Alarm 0. Check. Battle player. So this isn't.
Function from the player object and give it the XP value. The enemy step combat video. I'll show the one for turn-based. We'll go into the alarm 1 event of this object. This is where we check if its HP is at 0, meaning the enemy is defeated. So under the same condition, we're gonna give XP to the player. I'll call the add XP function from the player instance and give it the XP value
Turn. Alright, it apparently isn't in Battle Manager. Battle enemy? Alarm 1, draw, alarm 2. So no, it isn't. What?
Would you go to the enemy step event
Enemy step event?
and under the condition,
Like as an OBG parent? Oh, this, yeah. Huh.
where we check the HP, do the same thing, call the add XP function from the player object.
Underscore XP. Oh, wait, no, this is, let's see. Play. There. Boom.
Object and give it the
XP underscore value.
XP value. So run the game if you have real-time comp.
And boop. This guy really seems to like running into walls. Boom. Boom. Okay, nice. Boom. Just obliterated. Oh yeah, since I'm doing more damage, I can just one-shot people if I get the first hit. Okay. And this guy down here shouldn't give me any experience. Oh, that's... I was wondering why I had that. He should be easier to defeat now, since I deal double damage. I could probably have it be... No, that's Sprite. Spin text. Oh. Zero 0.5. And there. 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 This means that it'll do half a damage at level 1, 1 damage at level 2, and then 1.5 damage at level 3. How do I round it to the nearest whole number? Is it possible to... Oh well.
Combat, then defeating enemies here will give you XP, and the more enemies you defeat, the more XP you get until you finally level up, and then you have to collect more XP than before. Eventually, after you have leveled up a bit, you'll be able to defeat these enemies in just 2 hits instead of 3 because your damage has gone up. If you have turn-based combat, then you will get XP when you come back from the end of a battle, and in the same way you can keep fighting and increasing your XP until you can also defeat enemies in 2 hits. So the game's just gonna get easier and easier and honestly less fun. So let's add a second enemy that's tougher and requires a higher level so you can easily defeat it. I'm gonna make a new object and call this obj enemy 2. I'll give it the sprite for the second enemy.
Alright, this sounds easy. It sounds like we're just taking everything about obj enemy 1, doing it again. obj underscore enemy underscore 2, finally. And then no sprite, we're going to give it sprite for enemy 2. Then we're going to give it a parent, and that parent will be obj enemy parent. Boom.
The parent menu, I'll set its parent to obj enemy parent, so it's now an enemy object. It's gonna get the variables from the parent here, so you can tweak these to make it harder. I'll edit its HP and set it to 6, so that's double the health of the first enemy. Then I'll set its damage to 2, so it does more damage to the player. And also edit the XP value, so you get more XP once you defeat this enemy. Now I'll open the game room and make sure the instances layer is selected. I'll first add the second enemy right at the...
Let's see. Room. And let me open that. Room 1. Wait, what? Yes. There. Okay. OEJ enemy 2. I can just delete that guy. And then I'm going to put some more in here.
the start of the level, so you can test it at level 1. And then
That makes some sense. Alright. Boom. Oh. Yeah, and this is where I take advantage of dodging and dipping or whatever. Oh. There. Oh, there we go. Just leveled up. Nice. Well, I too hit them anyway, so it's not too bad. There we go, and it got me to level 3. Nice.
I'll place more of them further away in the level. Run the game, try to fight this enemy in the beginning, and you will see it takes 6 hits to defeat it. Then go through the level fighting the enemies and leveling up. And by the time I go to these enemies, I was level 3 and had higher damage. So here it just took me 3 hits to defeat this new enemy. So you can see how we keep leveling up and getting more and more stronger. You can now add more enemies further down in the level that are even harder and need a higher level to defeat. And this way you can make the combat progression of your game. That's it for this video. In the next one, we're gonna add dialogue boxes to our game.
Okay, and I think that'll be enough for today. I managed to complete spin. I managed to balance action heavy. And I followed, let's see, 2 tutorials, I think? It may have been just one, though. Yeah.
Hi, in this video.
Yeah. Okay, so I think now will be a good time to end off. So let's see, scene 4. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Let's see, what day is it? Thursday. Yeah, I think the next time I'll see you is going to be either Friday or Monday, but then again it could be like 2 weeks away, depending on how I'm feeling. So, yeah, I hope all of you have a nice day, and